Hello girls, we're gonna work on this cutie pie today. I'm so excited because I bought this a while ago. Not a while ago, maybe, well, right before Lennon's surgery. I bought this and I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so we're gonna use it today. Look at how cute this is, you guys. It's so cute. It's a layered stencil from Essential Stencil that I just got. And I have to set a few things up here. So just give me a minute to do that. I'm gonna stash my phone over there. Now, I want to work on this board, but it's kind of noisy. Let's move you so you can see more. There we go. It's because it has these on the back. So I think I'm going to put a paper, or excuse me, something underneath it to make it sound softer. I wish I had a big rag. I don't have a rag, but I do have my fuzzing cloth. Maybe that will help. When you get here, let me know. I want to make sure the upright is upright. Okay, let me remove this. We don't need this here. Delete, delete, delete. Okay. And maybe I should see, is this working? Can you see me? Let's check. Oh, good, I am live. I just couldn't see your comments. There you guys are. Hey, Jennifer, Ruth, Carol, April, thanks for being here. We're going to play with this. So looky, looky. It comes with three different stencils. And the instructions are here. Layer 1 is the bottom. That's this one. Layer 2 and layer 3. So that's what we're going to do. And, you know, they give you they don't give you the colors, but they give you kind of like a clue here. So let me grab my paints and we're going to see what we can match up. Oh, good, Jennifer. Thank you for telling me you can see and hear me. I couldn't see and hear me. All right. I'm going to grab my paints. They're in the bin. Rosy beige for his face. Immediately, I see that. That's what I would do. For his, we need two different colors for his beard. Actually, let's see, girls. I want it to look super vintagey. I may end up using these three colors and mixing. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, I want this rosy beige for his face, but I would even like it a little rosier. So I can include some, well, of one of these. This doesn't feel like it has a lot in here. Let's see. It's thick. It's a thicky Mickey, girls. Look what we got going on here. It's just like a clunk of thickness. So I'm going to try to knock it down. I got to get that bubble. And then we're going to put some liquid medium in there and try to get it to, there we go, loosen up a little bit. Hey, Rusty, how are ya? Just added liquid or fluid matte medium in there. Oh, yeah, you got it on my fingers, of course. Yay, me too, Heidi. I'm so glad you're here. Every Tuesday, I go live crafting in the group. All right, maybe a mixture. Let's see what we got in here. I might just be mixing up my own colors, which is a little dangerous in the fact that you need to make sure you have enough of it, right? That's the real danger. Oh, geez, I even missed the bottle. Look at that. Isn't that messy? Leave it to me. paint extender. It's sunny but cool. It was so windy yesterday. Yes, this is Essential Stencil. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? This is Vintage Santa Moon. Vintage Santa Moon from Essential Stencil. Can you see that? I hope. Okay. Somewhere in between these two colors is my hat. And I'll add a little bit to this to make it even a little bit rosier for the cheeks. I'm going to just, if you don't mind, check again my colors, my options here in my bucket. See if there's a different color I want to use. Oh, what is this one? It's very, very close to this. This is Spiced Berry. This is Tuscan Red. This one's a little more brown. So I'm going to go with Spiced Berry. And maybe I should add a little liquid to this too. Oh, jeez, these are on tight. Oh, this one's pretty liquidy actually. I don't really need it. Pop the ball. Yeah, we're fine with this one. Okay. I think that's good. I'm going to grab, just in case we need more volume, some other colors to have close by. This one's almost empty too. Gosh, I'm really doing good with emptying my paints out. What are you guys up to today? Anybody creating? What you working on? Do tell, do tell. I don't think I'll need white. We'll just skip the white. All right, I think that's what I need. I'm putting it aside. Maybe I'll end up using some gold. I don't know. We'll just see what we get here. Now, here's the question. Good morning, Gia. How are you, friend? What's happening? How are you guys? Talk to me. What's going on in your world? Should I... This is already obviously a really lovely color. Should I do something more to it? Do you think I should stain it? I don't think I want to paint it. So you guys tell me what you think I should do here. I think if I'm using these colors on it, it actually would be better to be a little darker. So let me grab a stain and see what we have. The problem with the stain is it's going to take a hot minute to dry. So I have this walnut. Dark and decrepit is just going to make it kind of blackish or gray, and I don't think I want that. I want it to be brown. Hey, Carol, I could stain it with paint. That's the other option. I have CC Caldwell Aging Wax. Let's do a little bit of this on the back and just see what happens if we like the color. So I'm going to just take a tiny bit of this and we're going to go to the back, although this is lighter. Let's just see what this does. Yeah, I like it, right? It's better. I like it better. It's darker. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna see if I can find a waxing brush. I think they're in my laundry room, but I'm just gonna give me a minute to see if I can find a waxing brush. It'll make it a lot easier. I have brushes when I used to do furniture just for waxing. In the meantime, tell me what you guys are up to. Who's doing what today? Lunch plans, lounging in your PJs, Christmas shopping. What do you got going on? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Man, I hate cleaning my brushes from wax. Can I just tell you that? like the way that one is in my hand. I used it for paint before. Let's use this one. Let's sacrifice this one to the, although this one, that would be a great stencil brush. Why is that? I'm going to put this with my stencil stuff. All right. This I have always used for my clear waxes, so I'm going to leave this for clear wax. I don't want to get this colored. This one, it has white paint on it, but it, you know, I have washed it. It just stained the bristles. So let's go with that one. We're going to dark stain it. And see what we get. I do have some other stains, but let's just start with this. Hey, Callie. Yeah, I like the color a lot, but I think that the paints will show up better if it's a darker stain. That's my thought. You got a postcard this week, Gia. Yay! I have sent a few postcards out to you girls, so yes, be watching your mail. I try to do a few, you know, periodically. I try to, and I do keep dates in, like, so that I know who hasn't gotten one, to make sure that everybody's getting a postcard. I'm prepping some tiny frames so I can craft Christmas tree ornaments. Oh, with your grandkids. How sweet. That is so sweet. Lounging around today, Jennifer says. Oh, good. Lounging is good. All right, let us grab. I don't think I can get this big honking thing in here. So I'm going to use my watercolor paper and a palette knife to grab some stain. We'll put it here, and then I'll use that. Okay, let's hope that's enough. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe it'll be too much. I don't know. I have actually been staining a little bit lately, and all with you. The other snowman project that I did is going in my Whatnot sale tomorrow. The sparkly snowman was on one of these boards, and that one, it just sucked it right up. That one I did with you guys. This is a little bit red. And boy, are these bristles stiff. Holy, that'll get my hand to work out. It is sucking it up though. That wood is dry. I'm going to need more of it, actually. I do not need to be flicking it on my table, but I'll tell you that much. Get in there, stain, get in there. I'll put this off to the side. And we're just going to work it in. Work it in. We're working our hands. Get a workout here. I told my boys I should really put an apron on, girls, because this stuff is flicking all over the place. Let me get an apron. In fact, I can use my essential stencil. Is this one essential stencil? Yes, it is. Boy, that looks awfully red on camera. It looks way more red on camera than it does in person. I'm just looking up at my screen. I wonder if there's an adjustment. What does this do? Yes. There was something. I must have hit a button by accident. I don't want circles on my thing, so you can do the circles to really work it into the wood, but then I go back and give it the straight line. Look at that. Almost completely gone. I'm going to go through some. Whoa! That is, what is that ugly thing? All right, wait. Let's get this filter right. Hold on. We're pressing all kinds of buttons and getting things wrong. Hold on, girls. Trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it. Let's see what we get here. All right, hang tight. Girl, gotta make some adjustments here. That is hilarious. Are we back to normal now? I think. All right, girls, what is that? Is it black still? What is going on here? Hold on, I'm trying to fix it, girls. My computer going crazy. No, that is so ugly. Gosh, darn it. Wait a minute. Let's press that button again. Is that any better? there's a lag. So I go, nope, now it's red. What? Who would want that? Why do they even have that feature on there? That is creepy looking. Nope, I don't want it yellow. That's how much of a lag there is, girls. Oh my gosh, does that look funny? Are we back to normal yet? What? Oh my gosh, are you stuck like that? Because it's really awfully ugly. Hold on, girls. Filter, we're trying here. That looks black and white, doesn't it? Like sepia. Glow in the dark. Maybe that's what. Oh wait, are we back? Is this normal? No. Not quite. Let's try one more time. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to start all over again. Wow, there is a crazy lag here. Nope. Jeez. All right, I'm gonna put a piece of tape over that button so I don't hit it again. All right, that's live, and that is not right. There. Sheesh, Louise, that took a while. I am so sorry, girls. I'm not trying to make your head go crazy or anything. Really, I'm not. Trying to get into the groove a little bit. I don't want like striking white grooves showing, if you know what I mean. Get those bristles down in the grooves. Oh my gosh, I like it so much better. Look at the difference in color. Big difference, right? Anybody getting ready for Christmas? I was thinking I wish my kids were here because my Christmas tree is a little heavy for taking upstairs by myself. My husband's not into it. He never has been, even from the beginning of our marriage. I remember when I was first married, what an absolute disappointment it was that my husband, part of it was his mother never involved anybody in Christmas decorating. So he was like, I said, we're going to decorate the trees. He just had no concept of decorating a tree as a family. And my family always did it together. My mom and dad would put all of our ornaments out because we had ones that we made. That's primarily when it went on our tree. And they would give us if an ornament that was mine that I made in first grade came out of the box, it would go to me and I would be able to put it on the tree wherever I wanted. We did it together as a family. My mom and dad, classic Christmas music. I'm talking the Rat Pack, like Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, that kind of music. And that's what we did. We decorated it together as a family. Now, granted, I was the 11th of 13, so my older brothers, so when I was 5, my oldest brother went to college. I don't really have a lot of I don't remember really living with him ever. I mean, I know we lived together before I was 5, but once he went away to college, after college, he went into the Peace Corps for 2 years. He went to Africa for 2 years. So there were 7 years, but I mean, he never moved back home. So I don't ever remember living with him. So the older siblings might not have all been there when we were decorating the tree, but believe me, it was a house full of people. my dad was usually making like calzone or something in the oven so that we could have dinner together. I mean, it was like a big treat to do it together. I have a little bit left. I don't think there's anything I can do about this. You know me, I'm all about salvaging, but I think that's just going to end up in the garbage, unfortunately. So, anyway, I grew up decorating the tree together. Now, I did get my boys a few years to decorate the tree with me, but as they got into high school, they just weren't interested. It makes me so sad. Do you guys decorate your tree together, or do you prefer? Some women prefer to do it alone. Like, don't bother me. I don't want your input. Drag the thing up from the basement for me, put it up, make sure the lights work, and then go away. I've had years like that with my family too, because the boys just weren't interested. All right, now I want to remove any of the excess, or just keep moving it into the wood. Usually I would use, when I used to do furniture, I would use a brush for this, but we're going to go easy and cheap here. Then I'll have to clean the brush. Oh my gosh, this color is way better, you guys. How nice is this? I should have done this ahead of time, but I do like you guys to see the whole process. All right, it did quite a bit, right? It took off quite a bit. Let's do it. I'm going to go to a clean part again. Clean towel, and let's do it again and see how much more is coming off. I'm going to turn on my fan for two reasons, because I'm having a hot flash, and it could help dry this wax a little bit. Whoo, girls. Whoo, doggy. Mama having a hot flash. All right, now when I'm in here, I can't see your comments, so I got to go back over here and see what you guys are saying about Christmas. Oh, phew, I'm back, right? You like the stain on wood? Isn't that better? So much better. Do I have another one of these boards, plain, that I can put right next to it? Let me just see. I don't. I do sell these. I still have some of these available in the shop, and I decided, you know what? I'm just going to start using them. Now the sides, this wood is different than this wood, so it's a lot more raw and rough. Let's just check out our sides. I'm going to give them a quick little wipe, just in case there's excess here. See, that is so much rougher. I actually really like these rough boards. I think they're very organic. Rather than the really smooth, what is it called? The I like balsam wood too, don't get me wrong. I do like balsam wood. However, for something like this that I'm doing a vintage Santa, see all that? I'm going to have to do this on a piece of paper or a newspaper for a while to get as much of that excess off as possible. I won't do it now because that's not something you have to watch me do, but that's a job for later. I really prefer something that looks really organic and handmade, more than something really smooth and perfected on a manufacturing floor. It's still coming up a little bit. How pretty is that? All right, that's a lot better. It is still coming up a little bit, but not so much that I'm worried about it for stenciling. And the more I wipe, the more I'm taking off, which makes the color a little bit lighter and lighter. So I'm just going to leave it at that, I think. And then let's go to our stencils. We're going to start with the one with the words. Now, Essential Stencil built into these stencils these hash marks so that you make sure you layer properly. Now, Chalk Couture uses these, or used to use these hash marks. I think let me just make an adjustment here. Used to use these hash marks too. I don't like using them because if I put a mark here, I mean, I could do it in chalk or something, but if it's something permanent, I mean, you have to deal with that later. Now, when it's Chalk Couture and it's erasable, that's not a big deal on a chalkboard. But on a permanent wood, here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to use the bottom of the stencil here, lined up with the bottom of my board. And then let me layer the other ones on there to make sure that this really is going to line up and look good on the board. Okay, so next up, after the one with the words, we put the one with the deer, goes next. And then after that is the detail of his face. So yeah, that would work perfectly if I do it that way. And if you're nervous, I guess, you know, we could use a chalk pencil. To give myself, I don't think you can really see them that great. I mean, I don't think they're that great in terms of, can you see them even? That one's a little better. Okay, that's where we're going to go with this. Now, you could tape it down. You know me, I don't tape. That's not me. I don't do the taping. I don't do it. So what I want is my darkest brown color, which I think is this light mocha, goes first. Let me shut this fan off. And get a stencil brush. Let's grab one of these new ones I just put in here. And honestly, you girls, you could, especially with this really big surface that's so open, you could use a roller brush with this. As long as you didn't have like a sopping roller with a really, really wet roller. I'm going to use this today because I need to have enough room. I need to have enough room to offload my brush and to work the paint into the brush with several colors. So we're going to start with this color and see, then when we come over it, this will be the face. It's not that much different. Maybe actually, maybe I need, do I want that a little darker, girls? I'm backwards. Am I right now? Would you prefer it that way or that way? Does look new, brown, now the red. Oh wow, it keeps changing to more red. Something with the light is affecting the color. Oh gosh, Callie, it was the filter that I had on. You don't put up a Christmas tree, April. We went for a couple of years where we didn't either. I think the year that Chris's dad died was a few years ago. We didn't do it that year. When the kids were smaller, I think there was a year or two I just didn't have the energy and I didn't. All right, this is just a brown oxide. I'm going to add a little bit of this in here to darken this. Got to make sure I have enough of it though. Come on. How is that not upside down? How is what not upside down? What? April, I can change the positioning of the camera if you prefer it the other way. You let me know. You just say the word, girl. I do what I can. I'm trying to make this just a little bit darker. Oh, I might need just a tish more. Come on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep this on its side so I can more easily get it out. That's better. That's a little darker. I wanted it more contrasting with the other colors. That's what I was looking for. That's better. Much better. All right, let's take it off here. Put that in my water so it stays wet. This is good? Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad, Carol. Thanks for telling me. All right, here we go. Now, I have this big area right here. that, you know, it's actually not even going to be touching the stencil for a bit. See that? Now this is going to get layers of other stuff on top. So this center part where there's like in here is all going to get covered with something else, remember. So it's really the edges that are going to get seen, I believe, the most. So I do want to have some broad coverage, but I don't think it needs to be perfect by any stretch. This center part. Boy, I don't want to get paint on my sweater either. Whoop, don't be moving on me, Santa. I need you to stay still now, little duty. Is that a brush bristle? It sure is. Get off of there, you. Reinforcing the edges, because that's what's going to get seen most. What do you think? We're getting there. I bought me a new Christmas tree for this year. It's an original Charlie Brown. Shut up. What does that mean? What does it look like? Ooh, share pics in the group, even if it's in the box. I wanted a new Christmas tree last year and we didn't get one. I looked and I spent so much time searching and searching and searching for one, and I just couldn't find one I really loved. And I can't spend $400 on a Christmas tree. I just can't do it. The one that we have, I think we paid $150 for at Menards. You know, I don't know. When we bought the house, actually, it was when we bought the house, because the tree that we had, my mother-in-law gave us when she moved out of her house, and she had like 12-foot ceilings, or no, 12 foot. They were bigger than that. They were like really high ceilings. So the tree that she gave us fit in our other house, and it didn't fit in this new house real well. So we got rid of it and got this other tree, you know, just a pre-lit tree from Menards. Now, over the years, one of the string of lights didn't work, and then the other string of lights didn't work. So over the years, I've had to like restring, even though it has strings of lights like tied into it. I was adding, oh, I got some brown there. I was adding more strings of lights because they had gone out. So that was like getting irritating. So I said to my husband, I just want a new tree that works without me having to deal with these darn lights. And I just couldn't find one last year that I liked, that I was willing to spend that much money for. I felt like they were really expensive. All right. I'm not going to pull it up. I'm holding it with this hand firmly. I just want to do this to see, did I get good coverage everywhere? I did. The only thing is, the top of these letters are just off of that second board, that second palette. So they're a little bit hard to see. I might just scooch this up. No, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe what I'll do is let's take this off. This has got to dry, obviously. I got a little bit of paint right there that I need. Let me put this somewhere where it's not going to get anything dirty. Okay, I might just take a tiny little detail brush and add a little bit of white. Or a little bit of that color up here where you can see where it... Hold on. I have a bag of brushes with little heads, you know, like something like an essential stencil detail brush. Yes, I'm going to put that in my paint, and I am going to just add a little bit of this right here where I'm just going to darken that line right there. See? Just to help it be seen better. The cap on these three letters kind of disappeared, so we're just going to reinforce. Reinforce. a little further, dude. There we go. Nice. I like it. Is there any place else? Now, some people will come in and do all the bridges. I don't do bridges. I know you can. Some people like to. I don't do them. I am going to reinforce right here while I've got some paint on my brush. This I'm going to put in my water so it's ready to go if I need that again with a different color. All right, we dry it. Oh, I could use this doodad as well. And then we'll go in with the next layer. And I think it's vintage. I bought it from my neighbor when they did an estate sale for $5 and it's still in its original box. Your Charlie Brown Christmas tree? Oh my gosh. That sounds like a thrill. I'm going back to see if I missed any comments when we were dealing with the filters. All right, nope. Okay. You guys, keep sharing. What else are you up to today? You got anything going on is there anything going on in the crafting world that I should know about this week? Give me some news and notable. What events are you got like marked on your calendar or are you just trying to remember in your head? Sales, events, classes, swaps, like what's news and notable in the crafting world this week? Why don't you guys go ahead and tell me? All right, now it's almost dry, not completely, but almost. Let's look at what's next because I got to get my coloring now because I think I need my red. The next one to come up is this one, the one without the stars. And it's going to give us our reindeer. It's going to give us the hat. So yes, I do need red. It's going to give us his beard. So a little bit lighter color than what I already had. Now, actually, I have still some of this color left. So I'm going to make my deer this color, I think. Let's see if I have enough of this left. Oh boy, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's do it. Let's get this straightened out. Let me just see if I have enough of this. Because I think if I have enough, I'll just do the deer in this color. It says to do it in the brighter color, but I'm going to do them a little bit darker. And I think I'll add a little red to the nose on the first guy. Maybe even a red stickle. Okay, got that. Now I need a lighter color for these parts here and a red for up here. So let's do the lighter color first because I can use the same brush. So I'm going to come in with this pan. I'm going to add to this pan. Those were the first two colors I used. I'm going to keep these together so I don't lose track. I used the brown and the light mocha together first. Now his face, remember I wanted this rosy beige. I might get a new brush. And I don't know, it just feels not... Is that different enough? Let's try it and see what we get. It's going to go down here on his beard as well. Let's just see. Let's see what we get. Let's do his face with this color first. Oh, it's much brighter. I'm going to add some rosy cheeks to him. So even though it just feels bright, I will add rosy cheeks. I feel like there's just not enough paint in my brush. We're going to go over here and work it in a little further. Come on. All right, I got that dark line. Do you see the dark line right in his face? So I'm going to work that a little more. I'm going to get some more paint. Don't necessarily want that to be really dark. I mean, challenge of a palette board. I love the look of a palette board though, so I'm good with it. So I went this way and angled this way with my brush to get the sides of that well, if that makes any sense. I should really do the same thing a little bit right here with my deer. Let's do the sideway plunge. There, it's a little more natural looking. Okay, now I am gonna probably add some rosy. I don't know, we'll see when we're done. Now we have to do the beard. And I'm going to start the beard and I'm going to lift this up and show you what we got going on. I don't need this beard to have, I was looking for a really smooth coverage on his face, right? But I don't necessarily need the beard to be smooth paint coverage. A little challenging with a very porous, fibrous board. It would be easier with something really smooth. But do you see what we're getting here? Cuteness, right? I feel like I need to squish over just a tish right here. There. This can be gnarly, right? Because a beard would be gnarly. So gnarly brush bristles wouldn't be a bad thing. It sounds awful. I'm so sorry, girls. It's so loud. Yeah, good deal, right, Carol? Carol says you got a good deal, Callie, on your $5 Charlie Brown tree. All right, let's see. When I lift this up, what do we got going on here? I'm going to lift it up this way, holding it down pretty strongly over here. What do we think? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Okay, I think I need a couple of things. Right in this area, it feels a little bare, so we're gonna do more, and I'm gonna focus on those dark crevices. Getting more paint in those dark crevices, so it's not so bold. So good. Okay, I see one line right here when I pull this up that I think I need to work on, but that would be with that detail brush. Do you see it? That spot in between those two? I need to find a place to put this guy for a minute. Put him in the garbage to dry. Let's just see, where is this gonna go when I put this on here? It's not gonna touch that line, so I'm gonna get my detail brush while I can. I'm gonna grab some of that same color we're just using and dry off the brush a little more. This line, I'm gonna try to get you close to see it right here. I don't know if that's too close, but see that line right there? I just want to even that out a little bit. So it's wet, so I got to be careful not to put my hand in it, but I'm just gonna do this. Fill in this line. It would be easier for my hand if I turn this way because I want to rest my wrist. I'm a wrist rester. This line right here where I didn't exactly have it lined up. We're just gonna fill it in. And it's actually softening that line as well. If I needed to, I could come in here. I'm going to feather this a little bit, the paint, so it's not so bold of a brush stroke. showing. If I needed to come into the palette board as well, I could do that right here too. Meaning in this space right here. Better? Looks way better. All right, is there any other place that needs a little touch up? I'm going to go right here with another line. There. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. Girls, what do you think? All right, we gotta dry them. Let me turn my little fan on. Look what happened. This wasn't completely dry. And so it came up a little bit. Now, listen, if that is a distressing look that I'm going for, that would work. That would be all right. Should I fill it in or leave it distressed? You tell me. It wasn't completely dry, clearly. The wax not being completely dry is probably contributing to that. Ideally, you would want to give like 12 hours, 24 hours between waxing and then coming in with the next thing. But I don't have that if I'm going to be sharing with you live, so. What do you think? Should I fill this in or should we leave it? Some of it's going to get covered with his hat. Oh, I still have to do the red part of the hat. What was I thinking? Let's bring you back. I still need to do the red. See, but look, that's what came up right there. That paint right there is what came up. Let me just focus this for a second. You guys are awfully quiet. Do you think I should fill that in or just leave it and let it be distressed? All right, I gotta put this back. It's dry, so I'm not worried about it. I gotta get the hat. So let me figure out my color of my hat. Now, I don't want it to be uber red, if that makes any sense. I kind of want it to be vintagey red. I don't know. You guys tell me. Let me look at my reds again. I had picked out some pinks actually. This one is called Lipstick Red. This one is called Spiced Berry. Maybe a mixture. I don't think I want it to be bright red though. So let's start with some Christmas red. Here we go with this thing again. You like it distressed? I'm going to leave it for now, Heidi. Thank you for telling me that. Thank you for talking to me. I'm going to leave it that way for now. And let's see what happens. It's going to bang. Ready? Get your ears ready. Mama's going to bang. See how bright that is? It's too bright for my eyes. And actually, it's not even coming out. Oh, jeez. I need you to come out there, little red. There you go. I need a little more than that. I'm going to add some spiced berry or something to this because it's too much for me on this brown board. Let's add a little bit of this in here and see what we get. Oh, that was way more than I thought. That was way more than I was thinking, girls. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit, as my daddy used to say. We're making our own version of red. Brighter than spiced berry, darker than lipstick red. Yeah. What do you think? Think it should be brighter? Turned into more of a cranberry red. New brush, new stencil brush for this. Where is my big essential stencil brush? This isn't it, but it's close to it. Let's see what this does. Let's see how this looks. I'm actually going to let me grab my paper. Again, my, oh, I love it. I love. That is to me, that's a prettier lipstick red than the one we had. Obviously, I have a lot of paint on this brush, so you gotta be careful here. Let's start in the middle. Oh my gosh, is that beauteous or what? I love you, Red. I love you, Santa Claus Red. Wow, I have way too much on this, on my thing here, but it's okay. We're gonna end up putting it somewhere else. Maybe I'll paint some book pages with it or something. Oh my gosh, that color is gorgeous. All right, did I get it all? Let's pick it up and see. It's going to get covered a little bit with that white part of the hat. You're right. Rusty, it will. So I don't even think it's a really big issue. Oh, it's perfection. It's perfection. Let's dry. Oh my gosh, that color is just, if I could bottle it up, I would. Man alive, I love it. In fact, maybe I should put it in one of these bottles. Should I try that? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? If I took, oh, I don't know if there's not even enough to salvage here. Don't worry about that, Gracie. But here I have quite a bit sitting there. I might put it in my lipstick red if I can get it off. Do you ever do this? Do you ever mix your colors? Pat from, what's her name? Pat from Canada. She always mixes her colors. She's like, oh, I'm creating a new red here. I'm going to do it, girls. I'm putting this in here. I know they're not the same, but I love this color. I don't want to waste the paint, so I'm putting it inside. Pat, what is her name from Canada? Jeez, why can't I think of her page name? I haven't, come to think of it, why has she disappeared from my Facebook feed? Do you ever have that happen to you where you like watch someone, you love them, you hang out with them, and then after a few months you're like, hey, wait a minute, where did they go? Where did she go? It's a great color. Thank you, Heidi. I think so too. I think it's perfect. I love it so much. We got to dry this up and then we'll be on to our next layer. Ruth, you love it? Oh, that red heart actually almost matches. Unique. Yes. Where did she go? Why is she no longer on my Facebook feed? What on earth is up with that? Oh, I love this so much. I'm not going to want to give it up. This here, it's like the moon, but it's also the top of his hat. Do you think I should add some white to that? Or just, maybe what I'll do is just diamond dust it. Oh, that same red. While I have it, let's put a little red on our Rudolph's nose. While I have my red out, I want to stamp his nose. I don't know if this is going to work. This is just a really pointy deal. I want to stamp that first reindeer. You know, his nose is teeny tiny, right? It's just the teeniest tiny little thing. But we are going to, I could do stickle here too, but yeah, right like that. We're going to give him a, and his nose was abnormally big. Rudolph's nose, right? Remember the song? And the show, the TV show? Can you see it? Is it big enough? This is so cute. I think I will put a stickle on there, actually. We'll do that, and then we'll probably add stickles to it. Oh my goodness, so cute. Now we got to dry that. Let's see if I can get you closer that way if it works to show you. Yep, there he is. Oh my goodness, so cute. Okay, so the question is, this is feeling pretty good. I gotta wait for that little nose before I put the next stencil down. But the question will be, where to put glistening. Where am I going to put the glistening part? Let's look at the full thing from their picture before, well, we're waiting for that to dry. I'm thinking I'm going to put a little on the moon. I'll stickle the nose, and then maybe a twinkle in the eye. Oh, I need black for the eye? I didn't even think of that. What do we have next? This is what's next. So I need black for the eye, brown, black brown for, you know, eyebrow and eye. And then, oh, it's another layer, like another brighter layer. Or is it darker? What are we doing here? No, it's darker. We go back to the dark layer. Oh gosh, I don't have any more of that paint left. I'm gonna have to make a new batch. It's back to this color for the detail on top of the beard. So let me see if I can recreate that. That was a little bit of these two mixed together. So it's a good thing here. I can use this as my color. Oh, there's some left. As my color inspiration here. Mix these two. So this afternoon, your neighbors were glad that you got it. What happened to the tan part of his head? What do you mean, what happened to the tan part of his head, Ruth? She's still, right. What I was thinking is, because I'm not in Craft Round the Clock anymore, you know, those folks just don't show to me. It's so sad because I was a member of that group for the longest time. And then I gave it up, and then it was like slowly the people from that group just disappeared on my feed. Like Pat. It's the saddest thing ever. All right, let's mix these two and see if we can't recreate the color we have here. Or close to it. I'd be good with close to it. We need more brown. Definitely need more brown. Just a little bit, not a lot. I'm trying to keep up with your comments and do the thing, so sorry about that. Come on. Come on. I just need a little more. All right, that's good. That's better. That's it. There we go. See, now it's blending with my base. That's what we needed right there. All right, this is going to be this next lineup. Now, is the nose dry? It appears so. I will eventually need some darker brown for the eyes and for his eyebrow, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. Right now, let's just focus on getting... Uh-oh, what are we doing here with the red? Let me just see if I can see. I can't even tell. On the hat, there is some detail on the hat, but look. But I can't see that. It's a different color red. Huh. Well, let's start with the beard. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that red. Let's start with the beard. This is like way more layers than I was even thinking. Sorry for the banging. I'm sorry. I'm getting my brush filled up with paint. Here. Yeah. I mean, it's just... I'm going to do the bottom part of the beard first. I don't know that I want to do the mustache the same color. Debating. But let's get up in here and see what we get. And all these lines in the beard. I could have done that with a paint pen. Honestly, you could have just, we could just paint pen that. we wouldn't need to use this stencil. That would be a little more like independent creatively. We'll do our stars this color. I need more paint. I'm going to shut this fan off. It's drying my paint up too fast. Oh, I hope I don't have any bleed through there. I had a lot of paint on my brush. I don't know what I'm going to do about that secondary red on the hat. How do we like the look of this? Let's, before we do any further. Oh, it's really nice, you guys. It actually is really nice. Let me finish these little lines on his beard. I have a few more to fill in completely. All right, let's do his beard. And I think his eye, I'm going to go this way this time. I think his eye and his eyebrow are going to be a darker brown. So let's get into this and his hat. Not the red part though, Gracie. Be careful of your red. The red has a different red on it. I'm not sure that I like it. I might do a red brown. His mustache. I mean, honestly, these suggestions I'm following kind of the color combination, not the same exact colors, but the, you know, kind of what they did, the order of what they did, but you don't have to, right? You could do whatever you wanted, really, truthfully. You do you, girl. All right, let's see if I missed any. These lines are kind of narrow. Let's see if I missed anything. Looks like right there. I'm going to pull back the curtain and see what we got. Oh, it's good stuff. That is good stuff. I think I may want this a little lighter, actually. I might just add a little bit more light mocha to this and feather in some of that color. So, just give me a minute. I get my brush ready. I'm kind of combining the color that I had on there, but with just some light mocha, just a little bit brighter. I'm going to go into the mustache and some of these lines on his beard. Okay. Oh, we budged it a little. And maybe even a star or two. Oh, my stencil definitely budged. There we go, right there. I'm going to variegate, just add a little bit. Of light color. This is even lighter. I mean, shouldn't that be a little brighter, like white bright? And this too, we could do it. You girls, do whatever you like. Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to grab now, even brighter, this color, which is really bright, and I'm going to put this in that same pot. I'll show you here in a second. Let me get it ready. So I have like a little fluffy brightness. See how much different that is? That's what we're going to go with next. So I'm going to take same, oh geez, Gracie. Same paintbrush in the same pot of paint. I just had a paint accident. This brush fell in that white paint. Oh, geez, Louise. Leave it to me. This is my red brush, and the brush itself, the handle fell into the paint. Didn't need to have that mess going on. All right, I'm going to grab some of the white. So this should be considerably brighter. And I'm going to go along his hat area. This area. hair here on his mustache. I'll just do a couple of little hairs on his beard. I like it. I like it a little bit brighter. Nice. Okay, now what am I going to do about this red? Let me think here, girls. My brushes are a mess. They're just full of paint. I don't know that I'm going to be using, well, I could use this one for the brown. I need a little bit of brown for his eye and eyebrow. So I'm going to take this darker brown. And again, using that same base, I'm just going to make a new darker color there. I'm going to mix them together. So it's not going to be completely just brown oxide, the dark brown, but it'll be a version of it mixed in with what we already had there on the palette. I need more brown though. I need it to be, I got a little on there, but it wasn't, that just wasn't dark enough what's worked in there. So I want it to be noticeably different. Yep. Oh my gosh, that thing makes noise. I'm sorry. All right, I just need the eyeball and the eyebrow. Oh my gosh, this brush is way too big. Way too big. We're gonna go with a little guy. Give me some of that paint. Much better. And I actually may take this color and mix it with the red to get my darker red going. I do have better success when I'm using the same paint colors over and over again, mixing them together. I feel like things just, they blend better together. Yep. I could even come in with a marker and I'm going to do more detail there. I'm going to put a few little dark strands of beard here. Okay. And then we have to do the hat, which is this paint color. I'm going to mix with the brown. I'm going to dish out a little bit of this paint color out of here because it needs to be like that, but it needs to be darker. It needs to be a different color. They want another color for the hat. So I'm going to go with a mix of the red and the brown. Here. I actually think they did a little bit brighter on the sample from Essential Stencil, but I'm going to go a little darker. So this different than that. Is it much different? It really isn't that much different. But I think that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to use a tiny little brush so I have some control here. Hold on, I'm trying to work it into my brush. Okay, let's just see if we like it. Let's start down here and do a little bit and see what the big difference is here. Where's the big difference? Yes. Yes, it's exactly what we need. It's just a shadowing. It's like a shadowing is what we're going for here. So many layers. I mean, how long have I been live? An hour and 15 minutes? Jeez, girls. This is going to go up for sale on the Whatnot show. Remind people. These things don't come together quick, right? Like, takes a few minutes to make these things. Oh my gosh, this color is going to be really pretty though. Let's see if we got it all. Nope. Perhaps. Let's pull it back and see. Yep. Am I done? I think so. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a paint marker to add a little bit more detail. So let me put that aside. Oh my gosh. What do you guys think? See, now his little bottom lip, you can't see it. I mean, it's there, right? Let me get my little pointer right here, little bottom lip. I think I should put a little rosiness on his cheek and make his bottom lip a little bit rosy. So again, with the same paint palette, I'm going to come in and I'm going to blend more of this red into the brown. So I have a tinge of red in there. So I can give a little rosy cheek and a little bit of red to his lip. And I'm going to use something really small to do this. A little small paintbrush. Okay, so let's grab this color off of here and we'll just add a little detail. First of all, let's do, oh, this might be just a little too big. Let's just do his lower lip a little bit. I don't want to lose the shape of it. I don't know that I like that, girls. I think this brush is too big. As small as it is, I think it's too big. Let me grab a different brush. And even where did my detailed, oh, here it is. My detailed essential stencil brush. That's what I need. That brush was too big. I'm gonna go with this one. Dip it in again. Let's do it. I'm just gonna mimic the shape that's there, but with that darker paint. And for his cheek, I mean, obviously that is just far too red. So how do I want to handle that? Thanks, April. Aw, thanks, Heidi. No, I'm not in the Crafty Bunch anymore either. I am not. Used to be. But not anymore. Okay, I'm going to grab some rosy color, like a different color, the pinkier one, pinkier one, and mix it in. I just want to give a little tinge of pink. So I'm using a little bit of the liquid matte medium with this color. I use the liquid matte medium with that color, and I'm just, it's going to make it more translucent, the more matte medium that I use, instead of opaque. And actually, what if I had, now how many brushes can one girl use in one day? What if I took, let's try it on my watercolor paper. I took a round stencil brush and just did something like that. Does that look like a little pink cheek? That's what we're doing. So round stencil brush, I'm going to come in on his little rosy cheek and we're going to just dimple in a little bit of rosy color here. Oh my gosh, you're so cute, Santa. Your nose should probably be a little bit red too, because it's cold out. Santa's delivering, oh my gosh, just a little blush of pink on his nose. I can't. Your nose is cold, Mr. Santa Claus. Come in and have some milk and cookies. OMG, I'm in love with him. Oh, girls. Oh, girls, you can see this paint is still wet. Oh my gosh. Now, like I just did there, I may want to add a little bit of white. I'm going to rinse this brush off a little. Not quite white. That's not quite the right color. But if I took one of the brighter colors that I used, like the Martha Stewart one. Hold on, girls. Let me put some of these away because I think I'm just about done with all these colors. 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors, 9 different colors out in front of me to try to get what I'm looking for here. I'm going to take this color. It's not quite white, but I'm going to take a just... No, girls, look what I did. Oh, Gracie's going to cry. Gracie's going to cry. Oh, girls. Do I have to sand it all off? You tell me. Oh no, Santa Claus, I ruined you. Oh, look what I did, girls. I'm gonna wet my brush. Oh, girls, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry for me, Argentina. That was one of my mother's. My mother loved that movie. I remember from way back in the day. Don't cry for me, Argentina. It was about that Argentinian leader. I don't remember the name of it. Oh, goodness. I think I got it pretty much cleaned up. OMG. Girlie just had a heart attack. I just had a heart attack. I'm going to fix it. It's going to be fine. That's fine. Now all I'm going to need to do is come back in with my stencil and I'll just redo the end of the T and that star. Not a big deal. Whew. We fixed it. Okay, I'm going to take a tiny bit of this little stinker. I just need a little. And I'm going to take a little bit of my matte medium over here. Oh, maybe I don't even need the matte medium. Let's just see. Let's get my... I just want to do like a little fluff here. Like a fluff ball. Like you would normally see. I just want to get a little bit more bright coloring in here because I'm not thrilled with it being so creamy colored. Yeah, like that. Just scratching in some color here. And I wonder if I shouldn't do that to his hat a little bit. Other brush. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I did that, girls. The key to fixing that is to work quick, man. Work quick. All right, now I'm going to come in and just add some bright, like, oh, that one's really bright. Feathery strokes here. I like that way better than the way that it was. It feels more like a pom-pom on the end of a hat, doesn't it? Which is what I'm dreaming it to be, although it like also is the moon. Way better. Way better. And now I think I will come in on his hat and just do some bright detail here. Also with this, these really defined stencil lines, we're mucking them up a little bit, so actually to me it feels more painted than stenciled. But I just want this band to be even brighter than it was. This whole thing right here in the middle. Because usually I think of Santa's brim of his hat as being brighter than that. It's a very creamy version of Santa, but we're going to brighten this whole section up. I like the way that looks way better than what was there. I might just come down a little further here. I love it. This has been so fun and relaxing, truthfully. All right, now, should I do a little bit of that to the beard? Yay or nay to the beard? Should we brighten up a little bit of the beard? Oh my gosh, you guys. Whoo, I know. Oh no, oh no. You guys, I think I had a bigger reaction than you guys did. That was pretty intense. I was like seriously upset with myself there a minute ago, when I just think I ruined my Santa Claus. But I think we redeemed the Santa Claus. Here's what I'm going to do is I got to come back and just add a little bit of stenciling to that section. So I'm going to come back in with this, and I'm going to do the T, and then I'll come back in and do, actually I probably could just do that with my detail brush if I had some of that color left. So I'm coming back to my paint palette to see if I can grab some of that color if I have some left. I do have a little left. So like right here, I'm going to just do with this really detailed brush. I can't get over how cute his nose is though. And could I do my T? My mom, my brother's name is Thomas. Or my mother, I don't know why I just remembered this. Should I do the T? And it made me think my mom used to sing this song. I don't know if it's an actual song. It must be. T for a 2 and 2 for a T. Because we call my brother T. Sometimes we just call him T. Or Tika. I call him Tika sometimes. There. I think I got it, girls. Ooh, I think we have redeemed the major mess up. Nothing a little detail brush can't handle. Holy buckets, that made me nervous. I love it. I'm so excited. Yay, right, April? Yay, I've dirtied, I think, every single brush that I own. No, not quite, but it's going to feel like that when I'm cleaning them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to wipe them a little bit because these are pretty full before I put them in my water. Let me show you. This will be in the Whatnot sale. Now, I have not determined yet what to sparkle on here. What should we glitter up? I'll see if I have a red stickles for the nose, because that would be really cute, wouldn't it? I'm just trying to take off some of this before, since I have this dirty rag anyway, before I take it to the laundry room and clean all these brushes. This one's not even going to fit in here. That's how many brushes I dirtied. Oh yeah, you do. Get in there, you. Get in there, you. This is dirty too. Everything is dirty. Get in there. I'll bring this there too and clean that up. What should I sparkle up, girls? What do you think? I'll put away my other supplies. I do too, Heidi. Heidi says she likes the contrast better with a brighter white. I do too. I think it just pops more. Do you think I should add some to the beard? Or leave it? And it actually looks pretty darn good with just those 2 spots. His rosy cheek and nose, I can't even get over how freaking cute that is. I can't. It's making me so happy. All right, this will be in the Whatnot sale, girls. I need to do, well, let's see. Think about this, Gracie. I have a bunch of stuff to do for the cruise this afternoon. I have people waiting for me for their final payment, so they know how much they owe, and I have to call Paper Twisted Studios, Donna from Paper Twisted Studios. I have to give her a ring. to talk about her room that she's staying in and her payment. I've got some things to do, man. So will I have time to, I might just add some diamond dust to the whiter parts and then top coat this. That would be my goal before tomorrow. Will I have time? That is the question. All right, I left a big old mess everywhere, but I'm going to throw these things aside because I'll clean the stencils later. I'm not going to bother with those right now. The moon and the beard, that's what I'm thinking too. Heidi, should I just do it right now and get it over with? Should we just get her done? I have it right here. I don't have a lot left in there. I have to refill that from my office because my stash of diamond dust is in my office because I was selling samples of it. Let's just do it now. Let's get us some Mod Podge. Mod Podge. And get her done now. Scooch over, you. I don't need that anymore. Yeah, the beard. You guys agree. Let's do it. Let's do it up. We'll get some Mod Podge, and a paintbrush. An old paintbrush that's kind of cruddy would be good. It's probably too big. Smaller one, please. Yeah, this will work. We're gonna Mod Podge and diamond dust. So we're gonna well, if I can get this on and dried, then I can top coat it tonight and then it'll be ready for tomorrow. I gotta move it, girls, so I can't even see. I need to be able to see the glare of the light on this ball so I can see where the diamond dust is gonna go. Make sure I have an even Steven thing going on here. I have a big, I know this is terrible, the noise. I got a big build up right there that I don't need. There, spread that out. Same thing here. Let's just come in here. It'll stay wet long enough for me to do both. I'm just going to come in and kind of brush in. I want to keep those streaks if I can. And just have a little glitter happening up here. All right, that might be enough. Oh, I forgot to take the cover off. The little shaker thing. Okay, anywhere it is not wet, it won't stick. But I do like to bang it to get it to like get into the wetness. Like move it around like that. And then I need to have a piece of paper down here so that I can collect all that. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, my hubby's wipes just fell. Oh jeez. And then I usually have a brush around that I can use to just knock off the excess where I don't want it. It got into the groove. I can do that even later, but just so you can see what I did here and how it looks. This is my, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Get this back into my bottle. Girls, I shouldn't want it, but I kind of want another cup of coffee. Is that bad? I'll show you this in a second here. Looks good, Carol? Heidi said just the moon and the beard, and I agree with her. That girl's a smarty pants. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, I love it so much, you guys. Oh, I'm going to top coat it tonight I'll do a spray top coat so that these stay in place really well, and make it available tomorrow. I think it'll be ready by tomorrow. Let me just see. Yes, I have a little bit of red. Stickles for the nose. Let's see about doing. Before we go crazy here, let's get it coming out. I better. There's a little dry patch there. Okay, good. All right, we're just going to do a tiny little nose dot. I just need the tiniest bit of product to come out because, you know, he's so little. Oh, but it'll add that little bit of glimmer to his nose. And his nose is just a tiny bit raised up now. Cute, cute, cute. All right, girls. An hour and a half later. Santa is done. All right, girly girls. I better run because I got so much to do. To all a good night. Or a good day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. Snapshot this. Take a snapshot. Share it with your friends. Let them know that this stencil is amazing. If you guys want to buy the stencil, don't forget to use my coupon code to get your discount, the Comfy Nest. FYI, just so you know. I'm going to fill that up. I'm going to put the stickles away. All right, girls. Love y'all. Go have a blessed day, okay? Go do something that makes your day happy and bright, okay? I'll catch you next time.